Hi and welcome to Debunk File. My name is Sep and today we're going to be talking about Jordan Underneath. Jordan Underneath was a channel that would review horror games, darker TV shows, basically anything that was dark. His videos garnered a solid fan base and were definitely great videos, but about a year and a half ago, he uploaded one skit type video. He was in front of a black background and there was a puppet he interacted with. It was peculiar, but still neat. Fans thought this was one-off skit and the reviews would be back, but they weren't. He made 3 more of these skit videos until he disappeared from them entirely, leaving only the dolls there, and that is when Jordan's house began. Calling this an ARG wouldn't be entirely correct. There's no audience interaction at all, but it still has elements of an ARG, being the story very hard to connect, with most people not being able to figure it out at all. These are incredibly high quality videos with him doing all the effects, puppet work, and sound design, all of which are absolutely top notch. But with all that being said, let's get into the videos. The first video is titled, That Place Over There. We weren't able to see what it has to do with the rest of the story in the greater scheme of things, but the most important thing in Jordan's videos is introduced right off the bat, and that is metaphors. Jordan is somebody that has been very open with his mental illnesses in the past, and these videos all explore them in some way. Pretty much every single video is a metaphor and they are usually related to what he's feeling. The metaphor in this video is being forgotten. That place over there could be anything or anyone that gets forgotten. On the brighter side, another important thing is introduced in this first video, and that is dark comedy.
Like all things that were once living, they ultimately became replaced by emptiness.
Wait, what does that mean?
They died or something.
Oh.
During a serious video like this, having comedy in there is great, especially when it is genuinely funny like it is here. He's honestly one of the best at mixing horror and comedy that we have ever seen. Horror and comedy are usually mixed horribly, but Jordan shows how great it is when it's done right. The next video is titled Counting Sheep. Like the first video, this one isn't important on the overall plot, and the reason these first few aren't important is probably because he was still getting the feel for everything. But like the last video and pretty much every video, there is another metaphor. In this video, we see a teacher trying to teach these 3 creatures the best way to fall asleep, and that is counting sheep. When they start counting sheep, the video goes berserk. I saw this video as Jordan and others with mental illnesses, rendering them sleepless at night, so as a result they try counting sheep in an attempt to hopefully fall asleep. And when it doesn't work, they go crazy and frustrated, which is why the video freaks out at the end. The next video is titled Happy Birthday Liam. This video begins with the creature ascending out of a box before text shows up. If you pause and read all the text, it is basically trying to help him, or the audience, or whoever Liam is, get through whatever trouble they are in. As a side note, the name Liam is never ever mentioned again. I have no idea what that means. The following video is one of the absolute biggest and best videos on the entire channel. It is titled My House. Right off the bat, we are introduced to one of the most reoccurring characters in the series. He is nameless, but perhaps that's for the better. The video starts simple, with this monster introducing himself.
Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful, carefree, great day.
He also shows his house, and once you enter it, you will see that it is all black with stolen random items all over the place. Not long after this, we cut to 2 young children that have clearly been kidnapped. They talk in fear for a little while until the purple monster butts in. He teases them for a little while before eating one of them.
Do you think our parents are looking for us?
They're not looking for us. They're dead.
No, they can't be dead.
They're dead, and we're never getting out of here.
There has to be a way we can escape. We have to be dreaming.
Be quiet, it's gonna hear you.
How come I never get to be part of conversation? Oh, are you trapped in a cage? Let me fix that for you.
Let me and my sister go.
Let you and your sister go? But that wouldn't make any sense. Everything in my house belongs to me.
The other escapes and quickly realizes that this house is endless. The way that person mentions how tiny she is compared to everything else makes me feel like Jordan feels this way about himself.
This place is endless. I feel like an insect. Or a speck of dust, floating through the endless dark.
Small, like a speck of dust. It's possible I'm wrong on that one, but it just seemed like oddly specific wording to me, and it really stood out. She goes on to say,
Sometimes I'll find a place where I think I'll be okay, but it never lasts.
this could also be something Jordan feels. The monster goes on to show where he goes to listen to music, culminating in one of the funniest moments in the series.
This is where I hang out when I want to hear some music. Let's hear some music. Wow, music sucks these days.
The video ends in an incredibly interesting way. This speech that the monster gives, it has to be how Jordan feels or felt at this time. I can't think of any other explanation for this.
When you're a strange individual, it may be easy to never leave your house. I never leave my house. I feel cold.
In fact, I think this entire monster is a personification of Jordan. Now, obviously Jordan doesn't eat children. Well, at least I hope he doesn't. The speeches and lines this monster gives are definitely from Jordan's heart. As far as the metaphor for this video goes, we could be reaching with this one. But the way we saw it, his house was a literal purgatory. This monster felt like he was in purgatory, so his entire house is purgatory. Black and never ending. Following video is this tree, and it is a very interesting video indeed. It has nothing to do with the story, but this one is definitely about Jordan, or creators in general. It shows a pair of hands that just made a tree, an amazing creation, but they keep wanting to add more. As they do this, the tree progressively gets worse and worse, before he just destroys it for good. This is definitely a commentary on inventors and creators. They will make something, but they keep trying to make it better before destroying it. This could possibly apply to many YouTubers as well. Another pretty important video follows, titled, I'm Here to Help. It introduces a reoccurring character, this dinosaur. He's a psychologist who can't feel emotions.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and just feel so depressed you feel you can't get out of bed? I don't. But don't worry, I'm here to help. I am a reptilian creature from a faraway dimension who feels virtually no emotions. And it's because I feel no emotions that I have decided to become a therapist and dedicate my life to helping you feel better.
He thinks he is helping people, but because he can't feel, of course he doesn't, even if he thinks he does. However, the video does end with him feeling.
Well, I've had a pretty productive day. I got to experience a lot of emotions today.
This video, You're Beautiful, makes absolutely no sense right now, as it's just an underwater fish talking to you, but down the line it actually becomes incredibly important, so we're gonna have to explain this one later.
How did you get down here?
This next video is the longest and biggest video in the series. This Is My Girlfriend marks the return of the purple monster, who, like the title says, has a girlfriend. This is not just any girlfriend though. This monster's loneliness convinced him to create a monster from the items in his house.
It's a perfect day to spend some time with my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend.
The scariest of which is the girl that escaped him. These items all combine to form a girlfriend, but it doesn't move or talk or do anything. He just moves and talks with it as if it's actually living. After a while, he concludes that what he is doing is boring, which he then looks at the camera and asks,
Would you like to see some more girlfriends?
It then pans in on some more trapped creatures in a moment reminiscent of the last kidnapping scene. He interrupts them and snatches one.
Hey babe, you ready to go? I've so been looking forward to this.
Somewhere down the line, the monster leaves for a moment, prompting the kid to scramble away. Exactly like the last video, the kid mentions how endless this place is. And also, like the last time, the monster talks about his loneliness.
I feel lonely. I feel very lonely. I feel very lonely. I'll have to do something about this.
Towards the end of the video, the kid does eventually find a sink, and this is also where the monster finds him. The monster says not to fall down the drain, it's only a place for unwanted things. This is something I still do not understand. So if any of you have a theory about where this sink goes, please leave a comment below. The video ends with the monster throwing the boy into the sink, and then the monster silently goes off and messes with the popcorn. Alone. Nightwalk is a video that seems insignificant now, but it introduces a character that will be important later. I didn't find a metaphor or anything, the character was just doing exactly as the title says, for 30 seconds. The following video, This Is My Angry Face, returns to the purple doll one more time, and this one he just shows his angry face. That's it.
This is my angry face. I'm not myself when I have my angry face on.
This is one of the videos that we don't really understand the purpose of, so again, if you have any theories as to what this video means, please leave a comment below. Feel Good Today is the return of the dinosaur psychologist. After the end of the last one, he is now able to feel things. That's about all that happens in the video, but it got me thinking, is this dinosaur a metaphor for a psychologist Jordan saw? I'm not saying his psychologist had no emotions, but every single patient this dinosaur touches, he just doesn't understand them. Maybe Jordan feels that his psychologist didn't understand him at all. Come Here for a Second is a pretty short, meaningless video, but that does not mean it's bad. While it doesn't have anything to do with the story, I feel like Jordan was trying to test how good he was at building tension or something, and well, he was pretty damn good at it. This video was suspenseful, and it was great.
Just for a second. I need your help with something. Come on, just come here for a second. It won't be long. I just need to ask you something.
No, Earthy Boy. This is a huge video. It starts off with the boy we saw in the Nightwalk video, asking this furry creature for directions, where he then points to a building. The place he goes into also looks like the Nightwalk video, and since both videos had trees, I'm assuming he's just on Earth right now. If I'm right with the purgatory theory though, I also thought that the place at the beginning looked like heaven. I wonder if there will be a hell in this world. A while later, he stumbles across this creature who tells him to take the elevator and reach the top floor. He eventually finds the elevator, sees a bunch of monsters, and finally makes his way to the top floor. He eventually finds his way to a room where he sees what seems to be a queen. He asks, "Who are you?" and the door just closes, ending the video.
Who are you?
Remember when I asked if there was gonna be a hell in this world? Well, here it is. He is dark red, starts off in what definitely looks like hell, with 3 demons talking to someone they killed. They also say, "You are gonna die anyways," and I don't know what this means. By far the absolute most important part of the video was what they say at the end. They say, After watching the video, my take on it is that the girl at the end of the last video, after that door closed, maybe the girl was about to kill him, but the demons just killed them themselves and brought him to hell, where in order to be alive again, he needs to talk to the fish. This also raises another question. What is that fish? What is its purpose? Before You Reach the Ocean had a very interesting title, and I thought we'd get a lot of information out of the video as a result, but literally nothing happened. And when I say nothing happened, I mean it! This whole video was just views of the land of hell, that's it. I Watch You Sleep starts off in a first person's perspective, where something is sneaking up on someone, with the intent to watch them sleep of course. That entity is actually the purple monster, and when the stalker sees it, it says, "Ah, it finally found a place to rest. What a precious life form, how it travels at night, watching its captor sleep." The video ends with the screen glitching and saying, "Signal lost." This was another video that we really didn't understand at all, and this stalking entity is never ever seen again. The following video is titled Dark Red, and it's literally a music video. Jordan wrote a song, and that's the video. Now I'm pretty sure it has nothing at all to do with the series, but it's still cool that he made a song, and it isn't even too bad. Head North begins with text appears saying, "Help is here, and you are not alone. Visit our small settlement for assistance and peace of mind." More text appears saying, "Try walking. You have escaped and are, mostly, free. You should have a much more physical body now." We then cut to a first-person view of slow walking, before more text comes up saying, "Because you are vulnerable, dissolved being, you are in unfathomable danger. Try to lay low in unpredictable landscapes like this. Avoid getting snatched, hurt, changed, or taken advantage of." The boy eventually finds a robot who says that he picked up their signals and finds out that he's looking for the ocean. He says he can help and advises him to come inside. He then says there are many absurd, chaotic beings out there, but there are ones also like you, simply passing through, waiting for what comes next. I feel like that could possibly be a metaphor for something, but I can't put my finger on it. The next video titled, "I Have Sand in My Eye," shows a dried up fish who says that this place used to be underwater, before the sea dried up. It seems that the kid who has been looking for this fish for so long, that by now the sea has dried up, and the fish is dying. At least, that's my take on it. From here on out, it gets confusing. Starting with this next video, Take a Break. It seems as if they don't have anything to do with the series. They just seem like videos Jordan made for himself. The art style is completely different. Even the character is slightly changed. The series changing like this with a video called Take a Break could not possibly be a coincidence either. This video is probably him saying that he wants to take a break on the series, and also doubles as a message that sometimes you just need to slow down and take a break. After this Take a Break video, none of the videos had anything to do with the series, and they even stopped featuring that character in it. Kind of like Jordan, when he himself stopped appearing in his videos. Maybe he's getting ready to start a new series, or maybe he's just taking a break. Whatever it is, Jordan's house was a fantastic watch. This file is undetermined, and that is due to a couple of reasons. We feel like we did in fact find out more about Jordan's house than many other people. Most of what we said was merely speculation, and just a few actual answers. Another reason we weren't fully able to debunk this series was that it didn't get to end. It seemed to be really going somewhere, with the boys attempting to find the fish. But then he took the break and the videos changed. One thing we were able to completely find out was that almost every video was a metaphor, and these videos were just snippets of Jordan's world. The most incredible part about the series is that Jordan completely created his own unique world here, and it just leaves us wanting more. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, follow our Instagram at DebunkFile and our Twitter at TrueGIF. Also, don't forget to check out our Patreon, DebunkFile. It helps even to pledge $1, and the rewards are definitely worth it. My name is Seb from DebunkFile. Again, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.